nga xam ni kenn duñu yab ci mbedd bi di ñëw di ñu jox seen nonsense pencils yi and pens yi ni ba pare di tëddoo suñ xale yi nit ñi di ko gis waxuñ ci dara and this is the reality. This man is not good for Gambia and still now is in the Gambia. Man lii laa amoon pour lu ma wax ma ne bàyyi ma sànni si suma kaddu because of we all one family one Gambia ba pare xam nga rek fu ñu mun di nekk ñun ñëpp Gambian lañ benn Gambian bi la ñoo represent so lii mooy the reality ñi nga xam ne tey bukki lañ ba pare di sango deri béy nañ leen wane ñu expose leen. It's high time to expose all these hypocrites. lii moo nekk suñ problème Gambia since 1965 hypocrites yi dañ bari ci dëkk bi. And this is the reality. Gis dëgg ba pare ne lii du dëgg. That's very bad and sad for a Gambian. No matter what your fellow Gambian do, you have to defend them to the last cut. I don't care what they do. So kii mu ngay yàq Gambian si yéen a ngeen kii ngay ñëw fii di defend kii for what reason? And everybody knows about that party. That party is not no good. Yes, boy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, respect to you, brother. Anyway,
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, for me,
Sonko, please come up.
all what I want to say is, all what I want to say is this. We all need to remember one thing. They said everything starts at home. Let's ask ourselves. If I could remember, in 2021, during our presidential election, I don't want to be personal. I just want to say it as it is. Left the car for Abelari Nyama Nyama. Ndolfong la banko kanyang Gambia, right? I remember last election, there was a political party, I don't want to say a name, Mea Lonko, and everybody was complaining. That is our own country here. It's not about Amango coming Kafoko, Mole Bonam from Bankudoka, and not Bankoka, but na Bankoka Yakata Janero. But when it happens, what happened? Everybody complained. All Momo Yalonko, eka activism ke, eka human rights fight, Yajoloko, didn't know for underage should not involve into politics. So nobody should use underage to do your political propaganda because they are people Yalonko. The law doesn't even give them right to participate into politics. So that is one of the biggest things that Yalonko being on the Kawole Jibe. I mean, if you want to come to Gambia and do charity, or you want to help our youths, or you want to help our young ones, but there is a way it needs to happen. There should be no sign Mayor Lonko, is going to be through a political lane. That is one thing Mayor Lonko and underage Imanyanaka allowed to get into that. So going into our life tour, okay, it's possible for one to be in prison and ayatara marining ala case ning, there is no judgment ala case nyundo. And at the end of so years, judgment in akala kunyundo. So at that point, I might not say a lot about that point, but the thing is now, he was accused of things, Melia Longo. He was accused of something. Meya Longo, obviously, Mbe Tuabolia Lone. Tuabolia Niemu accused Fenda. If you look at it as Keno Asutiat Tuabola judgment, maybe they did not have enough evidence. That is why, maybe he's free with some of those accusations Meya Longo in those places. But then, it's not safe for him to be in our society here, because we all know our society here. If somebody can do such kind of criminal games in Germany, and understand that person can come to our country and do it in a very technical manner, Mayor Longo is going to cause damages to our own young ones here. So basically, such kind of person should not be encouraged to be in our society. In fact, I blame sometimes some of these issues. I blame our government, because what they do is and they register so-called charity organizations. But some of these charity organizations, if you go over them, one, they are doing money laundering. Money laundering. Two, they are only doing it just to explore. Exploit. That's all what they want to do here, because to take videos, to take pictures of our young ones going back home. Because I was listening to the guy, what happened was, it was in Germany and he have seen this material. Okay, let me take these ones to Gambia. Look, but did we know actually what and what I meant for what I will bulu? But they They will just come to Gambia here, your Mindil sang, your Bakol sang. Those are keep things. Maybe they spend, let's say, only €500 to get some of those things. Yet I didn't know because or they go to our schools, they present, they take pictures, and those are the pictures. They will take it back to their home. They will raise up to maybe €10,000 or so. Ebola rest in those countries. But at the end of it, remember the one you let's ask ourselves: is there a proper accountability mechanism? Because if you go to some other countries, for example, those who are engaged into charity work, there is an accountability model. There is a way accountable. I mean, those who are doing charity here, a charity organization. Tell me one of the charity organizations in this country, government have hold them accountable. Government can account the number of money through their account, the number of money they put in their pockets. So those are ways we use to exploit our own people. And we should be very careful. And nobody should be in support of any person. Amari is been accused of being a pedophile, or is been accused of being, a rapist or and so. These are people, we should not allow them in our society. I am not saying we should not allow people to travel from their countries to come to our country. But if you look at the background, the party, the logo of the party member is advocating for. This is the party They do not love our people. They don't want our people to be in their country. So somebody who doesn't want your people to be in his country, why should you give that person a room to be in your country to exploit your people? So this time, young, all of us need to be in one voice. And the one voice member such kind of people society. Our society should not allow such kind of people to live within us. Because they don't like us and they will never like us. Hey, one thing we all need to understand. He came here, come Bari Muso Futu. But if you ask, okay, I am Bari Muso Futu, that no Bari Muso, it's not even living large. Because those Bari Musoying, go and check the background of that Bari Musoming Ayafutu. Maybe the Bari Musoming Ayafutu is from a very, 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 very poor background. And is using that poor background issue as an advantage to keep him as a wife, to keep him as an accompanying an accompanying person here, just for him, for just how he is going to live in this country to exploit our young one. So I am calling on each and every one of us. Let's speak in one voice. And the single voice we are going to speak on. The single voice such kind of person should not have a space in our country here. And we should call on the government. As far as this is the person Mayor Lonko is already been accused, we should call on the government of this country to call on the guy, Yakumandi, and for him to be investigated. Kajako, the accusation, accused these are things whether they are fact or they are not fact. And since he came to this country, what were the activities he was involved into? If is he working as a volunteer? Is he working for a charity organization here? And if he is working for a charity organization in this country, the charity organization is working in for, they have to check in. What is their income? Let me tell you one thing. Today, people are bringing in money in this country. They are dealing with rebels. People are bringing money in this country. They are dealing with terrorists. So all these are things, we need to look into it to protect our country, to protect the future of our country. We are not saying we are not racist. I'm not going because we are racist. I'm not going. We don't want people to live in our country, but we have right to protect our country, like the way they are protecting their country. Today, how many people are living? How many people live in Germany today? They accuse them of being drug dealers, and they want to send them back home because they feel like drug dealers doesn't have space in their various country. So should we also allow people in Malayalam, they are exploiting our people in this country here. Should we also give room for them to live in our country? No, we will never give room to such people to live in our country. This is why every Gambian should raise voice. We are not saying ayakele. I will not say ayakele because I will not say something I did not have proof of it. I did not say it because I will take one example. People were accused of rape in this country. I stood to fight for them because I want them to have justice. I want those people to have justice. That's why I stood for them until the time court proof these people are not guilty. So this guy also, I will call on every Gambian, and I will call on all the activists, especially national child right. Child's right need to come. Yenye mano kumandi, yala ko investigate because it's exploiting our young ones. I remember there is a school here, Penny Appeal. Penny Appeal, they have built a school here, one of the best schools in this country. They were sponsoring a lot of children in this country. They were building mosques in this country. If you are going to airport after Yarambamba, that school is there. But do you know why they closed that school? Because they are accused of exploiting our young ones, exploiting our kids. They are accused of taking money from people without spending that money on our kids, on our young ones. So if the like of Penny Appeal is already exist in this country, they already built a school in this country. Why should we allow others to come and exploit our people here? So ndala point unity. I am not saying the guy is a rapist. I am not saying he's a pedophile. But as far as it's we should make sure we all put our hands together and report the matter to the police and let the police do an investigation. If he is found wanting, my take is this: he should be deported back to Germany. Whatever activity about, let him go and do it in Germany, but not in our country. This is my take.
Baraka bage broda.